Here's a hotly debated question in local SEO. Does a service area business rank better if they show their address on their profile rather than hide it? Many people think that hiding your address is the kiss of death to your local rankings. Well, it's definitely not. The reality is that choosing to show or hide your address on your Google business profile has absolutely no impact on your rankings, but there is a situation where it can look like hiding your address had a negative impact on your rankings. And there's actually something happening behind the curtain at Google in these situations. All right, let me explain how this works. So if you show your address on Google, Google will set your ranking proximity around that address. Now, depending on the competition and how well optimized you are, most businesses can expect to rank in about a 1 to 5 mile radius around that proximity. So most businesses can't expect to rank way down on the south side of the city in the local results. So what happens if you remove the address from your Google business profile? Where will Google think you're located, and where will Google set your ranking radius? Now, you might assume that Google's going to use the service areas that you've set on your profile. That would make sense, right? Well, sadly, the service areas that you set on your Google business profile have absolutely no impact on rankings at all. The only thing that setting the service area does is it draws this nice little outline on the map. Doesn't do anything for ranking. So you will not rank in this entire area. Your rankings will still be defined by that little circle around your business. Well, when you remove the address from your profile, Google has to fall back to the only address that they have for that business, the address where the profile was originally verified at. Now, for most businesses, the address that they're displaying on the profile is the same address that they originally verified the profile at. So what this means is that with their address showing, this would be their ranking radius. And then if they hide their address, this is their ranking radius. It's exactly the same because the radius is based off of the exact same address. But some businesses have actually moved since they originally verified their profile. So they verified their profile at their previous address, then they moved to a brand new address, and this is the address that's currently showing on their profile. And it's in this scenario that can cause some people to think that hiding your address can hurt your rankings. I'll explain this with an example. So consider this business, Texas Mobile Pet Spa. You can see that they're showing their address on their listing, so you can see the pin on the map. And we expect them to rank in a radius roughly about like this around their location. They don't show their address anywhere on their website. It's not even on their contact page. This is a pretty strong indication that they don't serve customers at their location, so technically they shouldn't be showing their address on their Google business profile. Now imagine that this is actually their new address. Let's say that when they originally started this business, they used to be located in this suburb over here, New Braunfels. And this is the address where they verified their Google business profile. What would happen if Google told them that because they don't serve customers at their address, they should hide their address on their Google business profile? What's going to happen to their rankings? Well, what will happen is that their ranking radius will now be based on the address that they originally verified their business at, and they'll be wondering why they no longer rank in San Antonio. This can be super confusing for the average business owner or SEO is trying to figure out what's happening here. The way they see it, they hid their address and then the rankings fell off a cliff. And this is why some SEOs think that hiding an address can have a negative impact on your rankings. But really, it's only in the special case where the business was originally verified at a different address. Okay, so how can you fix this? Well, there's only one way, and unfortunately, you have to get Google support to do it. Go to Google's business support form and tell them that your business has moved. You have to tell them that you need one of their software engineers to change the verification address on the back end. And this is super important.
Do not say anything about rankings.
Because if you do, they're going to send you their template response about how to improve your rankings on Google. This is not about rankings. This is about adjusting the verification address that the business was originally verified at. This situation about a different verification address is exactly what tripped me up a few months ago when I was researching a case about how service areas might be impacting rankings. So check out this video to see a really interesting case of this address verification problem in action.